Now we're going to look at how do you move or create a copy of an item. The move and copy work very similarly in that each item that you have has a base point. So when you look at a circle, the most common point on a circle that's going to be referenced in a drawing is going to be its center. Now a line may be one of the two endpoints. This may be a whole box needs to be moved, and it may be based on an endpoint. Ellipse may be based on the two endpoints, or it may be based on the center point. So first you have to kind of understand what becomes a base point. So that's in a move or a copy, it's where it's coming from and where it's going to is what's going to be called our displacement point. So either one of these options, when you select on move, M is the type in command if you want to type in the command alias, and you would select the object that you're planning on moving. So let's just pick the circle. We're going to hit enter. Where's our base point? So I'd have to know where that center point is. Right now I'm just using my grid for everything. It could be a coordinate point. We're going to learn about object snaps. It could be an object snap. So my center point is going to be my base point. Now it wants to know where is my second point. So somewhere on this object I could pick another point to be my center point. Now you'll see I do have object snaps on and they'll kick on, but I just want to pick those points. So the copy is not that much difference. When you do the copy command, still pick an object, you hit enter, and you can pick objects by just barely selecting, or you can do windows and crossings, some of those things that we've learned before in the erase tool. Pick our base point again. This time when you copy, your original stays and you're just making another object. Now you'll notice there are some objects that you can undo, you can exit the command, so there are some tools that are built into the command that you may learn to use as you're going along, but the basics of move and copy is what's the object, what's their base point. So now if I wanted to make a move, I might pick the entire object. So I'm going to do a window. I'm going to pick large enough outside that my box totally encloses the entire object's pieces. So then I pick a top corner of that window and it selected everything. So let's just say I didn't start my object at the right point. So this is my lower corner. So I'm going to pick there, and I need to find where was that lower corner. So I can use object snaps, I can use my grid or my snap, or I can just simply type in my coordinate values and it will move those. Now if I wanted to do trims, extends, I could start working on trimming and extending. That is your essential move and copy. Now the rotate and mirror, rotate just says I want to make this turn sideways, left, right, at an angle, whatever it's going to be. Again, it's going to always ask for that base point. So I will select all of my objects. Again, I'm just using a window, so I picked somewhere lower left, made my window box large enough, and now I'm going to go pick somewhere in the upper corner, hit enter, and I got to have a base point. So I'm going to use, this is my base point. Now I've got to know which angle am I rotating. Do I rotate it 90 degrees? Do I rotate it 45 degrees? Depending on what the part is. Or do I rotate it back downwards 45 degrees? There's also the option you can make a copy. What that would do is allow you to keep the original. So if I select copy, it allows me to keep the original, but it also allows me to rotate and make a second copy. So I'll just put in 90 degrees, and now I have two shapes. I have one at horizontal and one flipped up 90 degrees. The mirror command, again, I have to select my objects. I'm going to use my crossing window this time. Crossing says I can pick just about anywhere as long as I start to cross over all these object lines. It should pick them, and you'll notice it just kind of went around everything. But as long as those lines cross over an object, it will pick them. I'm going to hit enter, and it wants to know the first point on your mirror line. So I'm just going to say, now I have the top of the object. I want to pick the 2 points on the end. So I pick the left point, and I can do it by angle. It can be at an angle, or I can do it by picking a second point. So I pick the second point on there. Now it's going to ask me, do I want to erase the source objects or not? In most cases, if you're mirroring something, you're usually keeping the source object. So you would just make sure that you say no, don't erase them. And now I have the parts. Now I'm going to use my zoom extents real quick just so you can see. So I started out with one piece. I copied and rotated at the same time, and then I created a mirror of it. Now if I really need to clean all of this up, then I would go back and use my trim command.